Hi, welcome to our Yoga Shred class. Yoga Shred is a class combining yoga and HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. We'll experience all the balance, centering, and strength of yoga infused with cardio, muscle sculpting, whole body workout of HIIT, all in 30 to 40 minutes. As always, we'll be listening to and honoring our bodies, adjusting our movements to find our most beneficial practice for today. So let's get started. We're going to be doing 8 rounds of a movement. So with that 20 seconds, we're going to be working 10 seconds of rest for a total of 4 minutes. And we're going to be doing 4 different movements for the class to target all the areas of our body. So let's enjoy. Let's go, let go of any expectations and just have fun. So let's get started. We're going to start seated on our mat. So all we need is a mat. Finding a comfortable position. Legs can be in any position, spine is long. Let's close our eyes or soften our gaze and just take a few moments to settle, to center, and bring our presence to our practice today. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms reaching overhead. Exhale, hands come down through center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, both arms sweeping up. So we exhale, hands come down through the center. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, we're going to gently twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. And then twist to the left. Keep your hands together if you'd like, or keep them separate. Inhale and twist. Inhale, center. Twisting one last time to the right, back through center. Twisting one last time to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale as we sweep our arms down, uncross our legs, give them a little shake out, and we're going to come to all fours. Stacking our joints, aligning our spine. Let's keep our left hand planted. Inhale, right arm's going to sweep out and up, and we're going to do our thread the needle. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more flow on this side. Back to all fours. Let's go to the other side. Inhale. Keep our hips stable. Warm up our shoulders, upper back and chest. 2 more flows. And coming back to all fours, let's shift our hips back just for a moment to stretch. Let the hips shift. Let the head relax. And then we're going to come back to all fours, curl the toes. Let's find downward facing dog. Lifting our hips, our knees can be bent, our heels can be lifted, and then just the right heel is going to reach down, lift it back up, and then just the left heel. And let the hips shift a little bit as well. Let the head turn a little bit. We're still warming up, so just waking up our body, waking up our muscles, waking up our joints. And then let's draw both heels towards the mat. Inhale, we're going to come to all fours, untuck the toes, exhale, child pose. Keep the hands planted, keep the knees basically in one place every time we lower as we shift from child pose to all fours to down dog. The next time we're in downward dog, we're going to stay here just for a breath and then bringing our gaze forward. Let's walk our hands up to our feet up to our hands, forward fold, gently bend both knees, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, exhale, hands come together in front of our hearts. Take a breath or 2 here as we find mountain, and then inhaling, both arms sweeping overhead. Exhale, nice deep swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, arms circle into chair. Inhale, arms extend. We gently twist to the right, back up to center, twist to the left. Let's do that flow 2 more times. Swan dive. Reverse. Chair. Twisting right. Twisting left. One last forward fold. Chair. Twist right. Twist left. Inhale and exhale, hands come together in front of our hearts. So the first one we're going to do is standing. I do have a timer. So this is called Temple Fists of Fire. We're going to step our feet wide. We're going to turn our toes out. Arms are going to come up, and as we bend both knees, we're going to pull our elbows behind us. So we want to make sure that we've got our knees tracking over our toes. Our hips are sliding back a little bit so that our knees don't fall in. And we're going to go at our pace. So 20 seconds of movement with a breath, 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds. So I've got my little timer here. And here we go. Here we go. We're inhaling and exhaling. Start off slow. Make sure you've got good alignment. Everything feels okay. Hips are sliding back. We're fisting, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And we can rest. So we can just kind of shift, move around a little bit, get set up. It's only a 10-second break. So here we go. Round 2. Remember, you can slow it down. Maybe take go through a bigger range of motion. Pull those elbows back, slide those hips back, and we're pressing through the heels to come up, getting those legs nice and warmed up. We're almost done with our second round, and we're done. So a little shifting, kind of move any way that you want. Here we go, round 3. Here we go. Again, you don't have to go at my pace. You can go slower. You can go faster. And round 3 is done. I'm going to put my timer in the front so I can read it without swiveling my head. Here we go. Next round. And start. And one more round is done. 4 done. 4 to go. Here we go. Here. I don't know if you can hear my little beep. That little ding when it's time to start. Inhale and exhale. Okay, that one's done. 3 more to go. Setting up. Inhale and exhale. You can breathe out through your mouth if you want. Just get that inner heat. And we're done with that one. Almost there. And let's start. Make sure those elbows are pulling back, shoulders are coming down away from the ears. And we've got one more round. We've got one round done. So let's roll our shoulders a little bit. Let's just do a little stretch. So let's cross our right leg over our left and stretch out through that right side. Take a few breaths. Hopefully your heart rate's up a little bit. That's the cardio part. But remember, we can slow it down if the heart's going a little bit too much. We never want to feel dizzy or lightheaded, so slow it down. Again, find the movement that feels right for you. And good, let's come down, maybe a few shoulder rolls. So our second movement is called running squat. So I'm going to turn sideways a little bit. Feet are maybe just slightly wider than hip distance apart. We're going to do a squat, and as we come up, we're going to lift one leg and the next. So squat, lift, lift, squat, lift, lift. So that's all we're going to do for 8 rounds. You can switch it up and start with your other leg halfway through if you'd like. And again, you decide on how much you want to squat, how much you want to lift your leg, what pace you want to go at. So it's all self-controlled to how much you'd like to challenge yourself. So if we're ready to get started, I'm going to start the timer. And here we go. Squat first. So we're squatting, lift, lift. Squat, lift. Remember when we squat, hips slide back, knees stay behind the toes. And we've got one round done. So shake that out. Walk around a little bit. Remember, we only have 10 seconds in between, so let's get set up, ready for round 2. Here we go. Remember, you can go slower, smaller range of motion, or a bigger range of motion. And we're done. 2 down. Remember, we're doing 8 total. The last 2 we do, we're going to be splitting 4 and 4, but we'll get there. Here we go. Round 3. So working our glutes, our legs here. And working on our balance a little bit. I don't know what's up with this mat. Ready? Get ready for the next round. After this one will be finished. Remember, you can always sit one out. You don't have to do all 8. Especially if this is the first time you've done any kind of HIIT class like this. It's a little different. And that's 4 down. I'm going to see if I can start with my other leg, if I can remember, my less favorite leg. So here we go, squat, lift, lift. And we're done with that one. Walk around, roll the shoulders, kind of move, take a few breaths. You can grab some water if you want. Here we go. Squat, lift, lift. And another one down. We got 2 more to go. We can do this. Here we go. Oh, I went back to my other leg, see? Switch it up again. Things we do out of habit. But switching it up is good for our brains and our bodies. And we're done. All right, we're almost there. This might be the last one. Here we go. squat, lift, lift. And we are done, halfway done. Take a little break. Let's do a forward fold. Maybe a half forward fold, hands on our thighs, or a full forward fold if you feel comfortable. Maybe grab onto the elbows and just kind of let those hips and hamstrings open. Let the head hang low. Feel free to kind of shift. Take a few breaths and then roll it on up. Roll the shoulders back. Feel free to grab some water. And for the last two, we are going to be down on our mats. So far we've worked our hips, we've worked our legs, we've worked our glutes. So we're going to go to our arms and shoulders now. So let's inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. And we're going to come to all fours. So for this next one, we're going to do 4 of one and then 4 of the other, of another. So we're going to be doing tabletop push-ups. So a couple variations here. We can have our hands a little bit forward, and we're just going to bend our elbows and come back up. So it can be a movement like this. If our wrists are not going to cooperate today, we can come down on our forearms and basically do the same thing. We're just going to press into the forearms. So it's a smaller movement, but we're still targeting that same area. So we're going to be doing 4 rounds of those. The next, we're going to go the opposite way and work the back a little bit more. So a couple variations of this as well. We can plant our hands, either have our hips lifted and just bend and extend. So elbows bend back. So we can do that variation. We can do this variation where we keep our butts down on the mat and we just bend our elbows back and push. Or we can be on our forearms. And again, a smaller movement, but we're just releasing and pressing, releasing and pressing. So we're targeting that mid-back area, whichever way we're doing it. So let's start with our tabletop push-ups. So decide whether you'd like to be on your forearms, or you can switch it up for each round. I'm gonna get rid of my strings here. And we wanna make sure that shoulders are down away from ears, so we don't wanna be all hunched up. When we bend, the elbows are bending back. You decide how low you want to go in that little push-up. Knees are going to stay where they are. So here we go. 4 rounds of these, starting now. And again, you can go as slow as you'd like, as low as you'd like. Keep the belly muscles engaged. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. And first break. So feel free to come up off your hands, do a little stretch, and then come back. Remember, we can always be on our forearms. If we need a little break, here we go. Second set, elbows back, shoulders away from the ears, belly muscles engaged. And again, you can go slower. Smaller range of motion, whatever works for you. Round 2 is done. Take a little break. Remember, we only have 10 seconds in between. Here we go, round 3. Shoulders away from the ears, belly in. All right, we have 1 more round to go. So feel free to go on your forearms. Feel free to sit this one out. This one's a little more intense. Here we go, last round. And we're done. So we only have 10 seconds to switch around onto our back. Knees are bent, I'm going to do the first one on my forearms, shoulders away from the ears, and here we go. Release and press. And we're done with one. 3 more to go. Sit up, stretch it out. I'll do the second one. I just want to give my wrists a little break. Here we go, second round. So we want to make sure the arms and shoulders are doing the work here. We're not pressing with our legs. Our legs are just here to stabilize us. Take a little break. Massage out those wrists. Roll those shoulders. Next round. Okay, we have one more round to go. Stretch everything out. Here we go. On the forearms, on the palms, hips up or down. And we are done. So let's stretch that out. Let's extend our legs, keep the knees bent a little bit, flex the feet, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, we're gonna hinge forward. Just take a few breaths in a forward fold just to release the low back, relax along the spine, release the shoulders. And then coming up out of that forward fold, we can keep our legs extended if we'd like. To extend our arms. We're just going to do either cross the arms or do a nice eagle pose and just lower and lift the elbows a few times, just stretching out those arms. Spread those arms out and go the other way with our eagle arms. Remember, hands can be on our shoulders, lifting and lowering from here, just releasing those shoulders. Good, as we bring both arms down, some shoulder rolls back and down. So we worked our legs, our hips, our glutes. We worked our arms, our shoulders. So we've got our abs and core to finish off with. So we're going to be lying down on our back. The first one, again, this one's going to be 4 rounds and 4 rounds. So the first one, our knees are bent, our hands are behind our head. We're going to take an inhale here, exhale. We're going to lift up, lower, lift, lower, lift. So that's the first one. The second one, legs are straight, hands are still behind our head, but we're just going to lift and lower our upper body. So working the upper abs a little bit more in that second one. So 8 rounds to go, and then we are done with our class. So I'm going to set the timer. Let's roll down on our backs. Bend our knees, hands behind our head. You can, for the first one, you can also have your hands across the shoulders if that's more comfortable for you. And here we go. Take an inhale, exhale. We're going to lift, inhale, exhale. We're not pulling on our neck. We're keeping our chin tucked, but we're drawing shoulders or elbows and knees together. Round 1 is done. Stretch everything out. Take a breath. Cross the arms or hands behind the head. Knees stay bent for round 2. Inhale here, and then exhale. Remember, let's not pull on our neck. And release. Take a breath. 2 of these down, 2 more to go. Bend the knees, hands behind the head. Inhale and exhale. As we lift our upper body, lift our lower body, upper lower body crunch here. Or for yoga shred, it's called core curls. Again, go at your pace. Rest it out. We've got one more round of these. Knees are bent, hands behind head or crossing. Here we go. Exhale and inhale. Okay, let's stretch it all the way out. Arms stretch out. Stretch the arms for a moment, then place your hands behind your head. Elbows out, draw the belly in. And then we're just going to exhale up, inhale down. Just upper body. Relax, stretch, or maybe draw knees to chest if that feels good. We've got 3 more rounds to go. Remember, sit any of them out if you need to. Elbows out, draw the belly in, lift and lower, just upper body. So we want to keep our belly muscles gently engaged to protect our low back. We're also isolating the lower abs so that our upper abs can get a little bit more of the work. We're isolating those. Relax. Gentle movements, any way that feels good. We got next round coming up. Here we go. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Keep a little tuck in the chin. Imagine you're holding onto a tennis ball under your chin. And I think this might be our last round coming up. Here we go. And we are done. Hug those knees to chest, massage out that low back. Feel free to let the head gently turn as well. Feel free to grab some water. And we're going to do our cool down stretches. So from our knees to chest, let's extend our arms, extend our legs, and stretch and open through both sides of our body. Open up those abdominals, those shoulders and arms. And then exhale, we're going to bring our arms to our side. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to do one bridge pose. So lining our ankles with our hips, our shoulders with our hips. Let's inhale, pressing both feet into the mat, lifting through our hips, just expanding those abs, the hips. 5 breaths here. And then let's slowly, when we come to our 5th breath, massage our way down our spine. Drawing that right knee to chest, give it a nice little hug. Extend that right leg, extend both arms. Exhale, draw the left knee to chest. Give that knee a nice hug. Inhale, extend. And as we exhale, let's bring both knees to chest again. And then as we float our feet to the mat, walk your feet wide, arms out in the shape of a T. We'll do a few flowing wide leg twists before we move into our twist. So inhale, knees to the right. And let's turn our head to the right as well. Exhale, back to center. Knees to the left, head turns to the left. Back to center. Knees to the right, head turns to the left. Back to center. And then knees left, head right. Good. The next time we bring our knees to the right, you decide which way, if any, you'd like to turn your head. There's always the option of keeping it looking straight up. Take 5 relaxing breaths here in our wide leg twists. Just again, releasing the abs, the hips, relaxing across the chest and shoulders. Remember, we worked our entire body throughout our practice. So let's Let's give our bodies time to release and relax, yet enjoying the benefits. Let's come back to center, check the alignment of our spine, and then we're going to inhale, knees to the left. Again, you decide which way you'd like your head to go. If any, breathe and relax again. And then slowly, as we come back to center, aligning our spine, walking our feet back till they're hip distance apart. Let's give both knees a gentle hug. And then holding on top of our knees, we're just gonna just massage up and down the very low portion of our spine. So low back, sacrum, and tailbone. And then let's turn this into our circles, drawing both knees up and then circling out and down, up through center and circling out. And then the next time our knees flow up through center, we're going to reverse the circle. So down through center, circle around and up. And then drawing both knees to center for one more hug. Let's float both feet to the floor. Bring the soles of our feet together, or let the knees release out to the side. Nice little bend in the elbows, maybe one hand on each hip. Relax across the shoulders, or relax across the chest. Relax across the belly and the front of the hips. 5 breaths in reclining butterfly. So if this is a comfortable position for you, please feel free to stay here. If not, we can draw our knees up, maybe keep our knees bent, maybe extend our legs long, relax our arms, make any little movement so we're nice and comfortable. And we're going to take 10 relaxing inhalations and exhalations through our nose for final relaxation today. Just imagining each breath is a wave of relaxation flowing through our body. Just giving our muscles, our joints, our entire body a time to fully relax after our practice this today. Then over the next few breaths, as we're ready, let's gently start to move. Move our shoulders, our hips, our arms, our legs. Gently wake up our bodies. And when we're ready, bending our knees, rolling to our sides, making our way up to a comfortable seated position on our mats. These last few moments of our practice today. Just enjoying everything we're feeling. That calming, centered, focused feel from our yoga strength, the power of our yoga shred, our HIIT portion. Let's inhale both arms overhead, and as we exhale, hands come together in front of our hearts, feeling it all within to take with us and enjoy. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the class. Take care.